right, look. If John Cena, big match John's final match is against Gunther, like the dirt sheets are saying, is that the right way to end off his career? So, context, rumors are flying. It's been going around about a couple weeks now. It's really starting to be more of an actual thing now, as we got 4 more dates left. But the passing of the torch moment between the eras looks like it's about to be Cena versus Gunther. But is that really the way to end off the GOAT's career? Should his final opponent be more of a somewhat of a flashback to his career, or is this the right way? I'll start. I'll take this one off first. So look, I think it's perfect. I'm gonna be honest. I think uh Gunther fighting Cena, facing Cena, beating him is the right way to go. Cena built his name over overcoming the odds, right? The never quit, never say die. Gunther is the odds, right? And Gunther beating Cena doesn't hurt Cena in the long run. Like when you look back over John's career, you probably won't really even remember his last match. You'll remember the AJ Styles match. You'll remember the Cody match. But you also got to look to the future. Gunther is just coming back after what? He lost to what? He lost to Jay, and then he lost to he lost to Jay. He lost to Punk, and then
He was
he's been
gone.
gone. Right. So what's coming up in January? The Royal Rumble.
Yep.
And so, not to put like any early picks out there, I've never done a early Royal Rumble pick in October, but hey, Gunther might be a shoe in to win the Rumble. And what a good momentum shift and a good comeback is what you just beat the GOAT. So I'm for it. I'm for if it is Gunther, like, yeah, I'm fine with that. You can't get Edge, folks. Sorry, Triple H told you you can't have him. Like, I'm
On
yeah,
this day.
right, idiot. Like, ugh. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that one. You guys can fight over it. Who
I'm
wants to?
not if it is Gunther, I'm not mad about it. The thing that kind of gets me is so is Gunther going to be the guy to retire people now? Like he retired Goldberg. If it
Uh,
is John Cena, now it's going to be Cena.
I think the Goldberg. I think you should just erase the Goldberg thing.
Goldberg
No,
retired.
no, it is in the history books.
I
So
Goldberg
so,
I
retired.
just find that. Well, guess what? You know what?
so it's technically one VKM beating God. It's in the
Goldberg,
history books, man. You can't erase it. I'm
Goldberg
sorry, as
destroyed.
much as we all want to, like, you can't erase it. I'm not mad at it. Chat, you're right. If you're looking future wise at your current roster, who is one of the guys that would carry it to the future and benefit this? Gunther, hands down. I don't know if I would put him as my Rumble pick, but different strokes, different folks. I just yeah, the one who gains from this is Gunther. If not Gunther, I would say Braun Breaker, but you already got him on his own path right now. So the only one who could really benefit from this is Gunther.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I look at who's gonna retire John Cena, I want a person that's gonna be there for the long haul of like what WWE has in their future plans. And if Gunther's that guy, I mean Gunther's 38, you know what I mean? Like he's kind of tipping up in that 40 scale as well. So to me, it's kind of like it's a hard sell to me being Gunther, right? Because I want someone that's relatively young that is kind of got that size to him. I think Braun Breaker actually does make the most sense when it comes to this because regardless if you're putting him on his own quest, right, on his own way, having someone like John Cena get beat by Braun Breaker as kind of like saying, "Hey, this is the future of this industry," that would be a huge feather in the cap, especially with him being under Seth Rollins. So if you're under the visionary, you know what I mean, like having him go out there and just show, Seth Rollins can be like, see, this is what I've been talking about. The visionary knows that Braun Breaker is going to be the next big thing, and he just beat the GOAT. And like, then you start to kind of turn Seth like jealous of Braun Breaker, which then turns Braun, starts to turn Braun face. But then you'd have like your next guy, your next star for the next 10, 15 years, which
Are you trying to? Are you about to say? Are you turning
I'm
Braun?
pitching.
Are,
I'm
are
pitching,
you
WWE.
are you turning Braun babyface to face Seth at Mania? Is that why? Because I
Yeah,
feel
hell
like
yeah.
this. Because I feel like, and be fair, and then let's put our booking hats on, right? If I'm booking this, right, the guy who beats John Cena needs to be the guy who wins the Rumble.
That's fair.
If you're like really like thinking, really think booking wise, thinking logically, the guy that beats John Cena in DC at the end of the year needs to be the guy winning the Rumble, or who needs to be main eventing WrestleMania in the top championship match. Like that, it's the equivalent of the streak in a sense of beating the streak. You saw what the streak did for Brock and what Brock did after the streak, even though technically Brock really didn't need it. But if you look at the story of events on what Brock was going to, you understand why Brock breaks the streak. Brock does destruction of Cena at SummerSlam, holds the belt forever. Then Roman, I if it's Gunther, not to go back to to the Gunther thing, but if it's Gunther, Gunther just beat what you call it. He did retire Goldberg. So to go back and to play on what you said, he just retired Goldberg. He just retired Cena, and I'm going to win the Rumble. I haven't done that, so I'm going to win the Rumble. I'm going to win the Rumble. I'm going to win the title back because that's probably Gunther going to do is win the title back because Gunther can't have. Gunther's not interesting without the belt. That's another topic for another day. But yeah, I just feel like if you whoever the guy is to beat Cena has to win the Rumble. That like you're this is where we go. Yeah, we're strapping the rocket on you next year.
But see, that's the problem though, is that we're talking next year. I'm thinking that the way that John Cena carried the company for 10 years, that's what you need from the next person. So while Roman Reigns and the Tribal Chief run has been good for like the last 6 years, 7 years, and let's be real, like it has been, right? Cody comes through, he's been a top guy for the next 5, 6 years. You need that guy who's going to be able to transition this company to the next era. And it's going to have to be that person that holds it down for like about the next 10 years and to help develop all the new guys that are coming through. So to me, that's why I look at someone like Gunther. I'm like, yes, Gunther is great at what he does, but he's still almost 40. We need a guy who's relatively younger that is just as badass. And let's be frank, man, like it don't get no more badass than, Ron Breaker.
What do you
Go,
got, Lou?
Lou.
You know, before what you guys just said, I was on the nostalgia of what we're seeing with John Cena, getting all the old rivalries. CM Punk could be a good one for him. Uh, they were chanting it at the post presser. Edge.
You
That was
can't have Edge.
why.
He's under
He's
contract
not
under
going
Tony
anywhere.
Khan. He
For
don't
how
work
long?
there.
For how long?
Oh
Another
my
5 years.
right. Like he signed for a good little
He
time.
signed a contract extension back in August.
No, he did not.
You
He did.
fucking Google it, fat boy.
I know
And even
the,
at that, I mean, if Tony did, if Tony let him
flat
go,
fat trailer
here's
trash.
the thing though: if Tony let him go for one match, do you
Oh my!
think that he's gonna be like, yeah, go ahead, yeah, you and Cena, like,
No.
no, it's not gonna happen. And they're gonna be like, hey,
To
but you
be
can't lose to Cena. And then Cena's gonna be like, well, I mean, like, then what are you doing here? Like, I'm not putting you over, not putting over the rivalry in this whole thing.
I understand that, and I understand that. The other part of me, as we're talking about developmental and who can carry the company, the other person that's taking a rocket ship right now is Ricky Saints, and so I would love to see that match.
That's a big rocket though.
yeah.
I'm not mad at
Really big rocket. I understand that, but
Yeah, I ain't mad at that though.
but I
Dang,
agree with you.
Is
Braun's
he prepared to be in that position though?
Yeah, cause
yeah,
like
that's
he's so
tough.
charismatic. Yeah,
You're the guy who retired John Cena. This crowd is going to hate you. So who would I want to see in that position? Now that you say that, you got me thinking, hey Lou, I ain't gonna front. Let me get Obafemi in that position.
Ooh.
Yo,
Okay.
Oba's the guy who retires John Cena.
Oh man.
That man is young. That man can work. That man is like on fire right now. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, bro. Yeah, I mean, I listen, Gunther. You're a phenomenal worker, but like, just imagine Obafemi coming out and like answering John Cena's last match call.
Bro.
Like, bro, the heat that you're gonna be delivering, right? That here's this man that's coming out, and then you know what you do? Not only does he win the Rumble, right? When he wins at Mania, that's the ultimate rocket ship, right? You have him come out and crush Brock.
I was with you till you said Brock.
No, and I'll tell you why. Because what did Brock Lesnar do to John Cena?
I know. I know.
Now you just no, because you're again. It goes back to what you were saying, right? If you break the streak and then you don't demolish the champion, it kind of deflates what happened with the streak, right? To be the beast incarnate and then you go against the next person and get crushed, dog. It's on point. You win the Rumble, you win
now
WrestleMania.
now that you say that, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Obafemi beat Cena, win the Rumble, go on, win your world title match at Mania, and then take the world title and go right back to NXT and keep it there. Hold that motherfucker hostage.
What?
Yes.
Dude, that's correct.
The only problem I would have with that though is that again, it goes back to there's no champion on our show, and even though he's on NXT, there's no champion on our show. Like,
Well, take that secondary title and fuck right off with it.
dog, I'm telling you right now, Oafemi versus Cena as a last match. Lou, you got like. I'm glad you said Ricky Saints. I understand why you would go that way. It's just when I look at Ricky Saints, and unfortunately, Ricky, I'm sorry, man, but you're just not. You don't got the weight, bro. Like that's a big weight, and the heat, the amount of heat that you're gonna draw with that, like, it's got to be over because he's just a monster, bro. And it would just be so crazy to see that happen.
Yeah.
Hunter, we want it. Oba versus Cena.
Final thoughts on it. Final thoughts on it. Go ahead,
Ricky
Luke.
Saints.
Ricky Saints.
Oba or Gunther at this point.
I'm here with Oba and Gunther, and I have to go back. As long as they win the Rumble. Because if the person, like I said, if the person who beats Cena doesn't win the Royal Rumble in January, it's all for nothing. Like you just watered down the moment. You watered down like the importance, and like you really took a doo doo on the farewell and retirement tour. It's already listen. Cena turning back babyface has been saved. Okay, him just do like the whole. It's been saved.
But that script's already been written. WrestleMania script has already been written. Fucking CM Punk's gonna win the Rumble and get the championship title as night 2 main event.
I'm just saying this, and I want to put it out there because they never really did anything with it. What if they build all of this hype towards it being Gunther, and then we get to the moment and Cena's standing in the ring, and The Rock comes back out and says, "No, you gave me your soul. Your ass is mine."
I mean, there's a possibility of that happening, but also, Rock hasn't really said anything.
Rock needs look. Rock is trying to get an Oscar. He's trying.
I totally know, and I know he said that he wouldn't do this again. I'm just saying.
No, with that flop, he ain't with no Oscar.
Let me tell you something. Those critics don't care.
You ain't seen my movie yet.
Stranger things have happened. Is all I'm saying.
Those critics don't care.
What's up? It's your boy Twitch Graves. Thank you for checking out this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you like and follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Facebook, Apple Podcasts. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, and Twitch at 3CountPod. Twitter and X, 3count_pod. While you're at it, head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees or ForYourWear.com and make sure you buy our merchandise. Talking, they won't run their mouth when them shadows start popping, body start